Jimmy Butler traded to Golden State.
Jimmy Butler is a Golden
It's
State Warrior.
it's officially over. All the
Yeah,
drama, all the back and forth between him and Miami.
yeah.
It's over.
It was fun to
It,
see the Heat bench get told about the trade. That was cool.
yeah, that was
Just nice,
interesting.
wholesome stuff.
Well, it's also like we're at this point where it's like, yeah, no, you're just gonna find out from a fan on Twitter, like they're gonna find out
Same
before
time, it's
you,
like
and
it's a 3 o'clock deadline,
mm.
and you probably really shouldn't tell your guys beforehand because anything could happen.
I mean,
And like
in
Shams
terms of
gets that shit
Miami,
so quick. It's like,
well, in terms of the Miami Heat, they are not surprised when he got traded. It's like they're not like,
well,
what,
no, he was
Jimmy?
getting traded
Jimmy
regardless,
got
but
traded?
they were like, no, they were like, who'd we get? That's what they asked. They were
Yeah,
like, yeah,
I
who'd
guess
we get?
that'd be the only thing.
It
Who's
was
our next
Dennis
big?
Schroeder and a few other guys, and then Dennis Schroeder got bounced. He got bounced what 4 teams?
Dennis Schroeder, he's um he's a journeyman.
Well, no, he got
He,
traded to 3 teams
it- well,
in the
well,
same day.
yeah, he's that's what I'm saying. He bounces around.
Yes. Now
Uh,
he could have had a contract, but he blew it. So
yeah. What was the story of that? What was the story of
it's
the
like $100 million
Schroeder?
contract with the Lakers, and decided to.
He opted out or
Yeah,
whatever. He had an option. I don't know. I
whatever
do
it is.
remember. I do
Something
remember
stupid.
him fumbling a bag. But Jimmy, and he got extended by the Warriors for 2 more years. So we do know that obviously this is something that they're probably going to try to build on for the upcoming 2 seasons.
Yeah.
But I'm going to be honest. I don't completely remember how we felt about him going to Golden State when we were talking about landing spots. I think because I at least thought like if he was going to go somewhere, it was going to be Phoenix. And surprisingly, Phoenix pretty much did nothing.
Well, what happened was they had a trade. Well, Jimmy said that he didn't want to go to the Warriors
He didn't want to
because,
go.
well,
Yeah,
yeah, because he didn't want to sign an extension there. Um, so they devised a trade for Jimmy to go to Phoenix and KD to go to Golden State. KD said no
well, Katie, I was gonna
to
say we're gonna
going
talk
to,
about that as
well,
well.
yeah, he said no to going to Golden State. So Phoenix was like, we're out because,
Well, okay, Jimmy wanted to play with Kevin Durant on the Phoenix Suns.
yeah, but neither team was going to let that happen.
Yeah, there was no trade that obviously was
Well,
was,
I
was going
mean,
to work to make that happen.
Yeah, well, but KD was the one who said no to him getting traded, which would have put KD on the Warriors and Jimmy on the Suns without KD. So I think honestly, Jimmy just wanted to go to Phoenix. Obviously, he
Um,
would have wanted to keep Book or KD, and probably KD
I,
as well. But
I don't know. I don't think he wants to go to Phoenix if he's not getting to play with Kevin Durant. I mean, that was the whole.
well,
Was kind of
he's
the.
not anymore. But
Well, he's definitely not. But okay, before we get into Kevin Durant not wanting to go to Golden State and whatever, I, in terms of this year, Golden State sitting at 25-26,
yeah,
and their starting five, what it being Steph, Buddy Hield, Jimmy, Draymond, and then rookie Quentin Post, I guess sharing the five with Looney.
I don't even know who
So
that is.
so I'm not expecting much from them this year. I
I
mean, their
mean,
best
for me, I expect a playoff spot,
a
maybe
playoff spot,
a
maybe a
play-in spot,
play-in
a
spot,
play-in
which
spot.
let's be real means absolutely nothing. I don't think a
Agreed.
play-in. I mean, being the 10th seed and I don't know, stealing an 8th seed. I guess yes. Could the Warriors go and win 2 games from the 10th seed and make the playoffs? I guess. In the regular NBA, a couple years before this was installed, or no, COVID.
Yeah.
There's no way Golden State's probably
But
there's
even if
probably
you
no
are
way
a
Golden
playing
State's
team, you're
making the
getting
playoffs.
bounced in the first round. So
Golden State will absolutely get bounced in the first round if they do
if
make the
they make it,
playoffs. I don't know if they make the playoffs. If I had to go over here and look, I mean, like I said, right now
there's time.
they're right out at 11. So we're looking at Sacramento being ahead of them. We're looking at Phoenix
Well,
being ahead of
Sacramento's
them.
running with Zach LaVine,
and DeMar and
Sabonis.
Sabonis. Like that's a bad thing. Like that's
It's not a bad thing, but I
like that's
think it's a downgrade from De'Aaron.
okay. Okay. I mean, Phoenix, Dallas, Clippers, Minnesota, Lakers, Rockets, Nuggets, Grizzlies, Thunder. I mean, they definitely something to worry about there. And you talk about De'Aaron, who's 3 games behind Warriors? Spurs. So I mean, who knows what? Like I'm just saying, like,
Wait, the Grizzlies are the 2 seed?
mm-hmm.
Is Ja playing well? Have I
Grizzlies are
not?
35-16.
Why doesn't no one talk about Ja? I haven't talked about Ja in a
People,
long time.
why you said why do people not talk about Ja? I mean,
Yeah,
people. I would say people talk about Ja. I see
really.
Ja. I mean, Ja is. I mean, right now he's been on this wave. I don't know if you saw. I remember he was like, "I'm not dunking," and he just
Yeah, no, that was
like
a
every
while
other
ago.
night he's still just posterizing people. I mean, it's like no, it's
Okay,
like
good.
Ja's been hooping. Ja's been hooping. Young
Okay,
guys have been hooping. I mean, it's OKC and
yeah,
Memphis up.
I wish I paid
Um,
attention to
I mean, obviously
games that don't matter.
You got Ant carrying Minnesota.
Of course.
But Golden State, and I'm gonna be completely honest. You tell me if I'm just hating because we do not give this person any type of slack or love because he doesn't deserve it. I really feel like if the Warriors just moved on from Draymond, they could build on this duo.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like this is going to hold them back. They are running because when you read because bro, Devan, hear me out because
No, I agree with you.
I say this every time. What I'm about to say, I say this every time. You're like, no, he's not a this, and I'm like, no, he is a this.
Yes.
They consider him part of a big three. They always consider to this day. They consider last year
No,
it was
I
still
did hear that. Like I heard that today.
today. No, today.
It was like it's now. Well, it was like how's Jimmy gonna play with Steph and Draymond? It's like get Draymond out of the
No.
picture.
Now it's
This
the
is
Warriors. The
irrelevant.
Warriors have the trio of Jimmy, Steph, and Draymond Green. It's like, all right,
Yeah.
until they because we know what it is, bro. It's like Draymond Green's way too big headed at this point to not what oh you're not going to include me in that. You're not going
Yeah.
to well nobody's taking my spot. I'm Draymond Green.
You think Draymond
Not
has like
I'm not playing the four and just wasting space on the floor. Like I'm not gonna not do that. I'm
sure.
going to do that.
Yes.
I'm going to be an undersized four who can't compete against any big in today's NBA.
Yes.
And guess what? Guess what? I cannot score at all. Like if you ask me
I
to
can't
score,
score.
if
And people
I
used
can't.
to say I have an impact. I have much less of an impact now. Barely, well, not barely, but really didn't have that big of an impact back then. Other than fucking 6 rebounds and maybe 5 assists.
I mean, he had enough impact for Andre Iguodala to win Finals MVP before Bro could sniff that. Here's the thing.
But
Draymond Green, until they move on from him, and here's the thing: the longer they wait, the less they're gonna get from him.
well, I don't think they need to get anything from him.
Well, I'm saying they in these past
But
couple years.
I think that if they can turn him into a Haslam type of role, I think that would be better for them. Also, do you think that he's blackmailing them? Do,
Absolutely.
do you think he has
Absolutely.
videos of Steph
No.
Curry and him
No.
getting a massage?
No. But I do think he's you got he's got Golden State by the balls. I don't know how,
Yeah, I
but
don't
he's
know
got
how.
Golden State by the balls. And I don't know
Do
if
we
Golden
start
State just
conspiracy theories about it?
I don't know if Golden State just appreciates everything he's done. And they're
Like
just
he
like,
saw
man,
Steve Kerr shoot a hooker or something. Like,
I don't know. No, probably not that. But I just I like when I saw KD didn't want to return to the Warriors,
yeah,
I was like immediately like, oh, why would I want to be
clearly it's
fucking
Draymond.
Draymond Green's
It's the
type?
reason he left.
Like, okay, do you think it's because he doesn't want to play with Steph Curry? Do you think it's because he doesn't
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Steve Kerr's system? Do you think it's because he doesn't enjoy winning
Well,
Finals MVPs and winning championships?
but no, I no. Well, I also think that it's been there, done that type of thing where it's like, no, like, dude, if he could have gotten through the Draymond shit if he wanted to win 6 more chips.
Okay, but if right now, you just
But
said,
no, he want the reason he left is because he wanted to do it on his own. It wasn't just like, oh, Draymond fucking sucks. That's a part of it. But bro tried to start another super team. He's been trying to start super teams to prove that he can do that on his own without Steph, and it hasn't worked.
Okay,
And he
but
wants to
now,
continue to do that.
okay, all right. But this isn't 2016. The Warriors need Kevin Durant.
Agreed.
They need Kevin Durant.
I know, but that thing will
Need
always be on his back
Kevin,
if he
but it's
wins another
not though.
chip with
Here's the
Steph.
thing though, because if he goes back, I don't know. I gotta disagree because he went to the Golden State Warriors when obviously they didn't need him, but he put them over the top of the top and was the Warriors. He was
Yes.
winning the final MVPs. He was 4-1 in the Cavs. And then he leaves, and then Golden State were able to get it done. Curry gets his finals MVP. Now they're sitting here struggling. You got KD, and it's like, okay, we saw what happened in Brooklyn. It was that his fault? Was James Harden and Kyrie acting a fool? His fault? Was his toe on the line? Was his toe on the line his fault? Like I'm saying, like,
Yeah.
all right, you know, he didn't get to the finals. He didn't win a finals. Cool. He's over here in Phoenix, and they literally didn't do anything by the trade deadline, especially not moving Bradley. It's like that was probably the biggest thing they needed to do.
Yeah. What's funny to me is like it's like I don't know. At least in this case, and for other cases, it's like now get rid of this amount of stars. Get rid of this star from this team that has two stars on it already.
Mm-hmm. Well, and it's like,
We
well,
have
last
to
year.
rid ourselves from this bullshit super team mindset because it doesn't work.
But it's like, okay, KD wants to go win a championship in Phoenix, but he's feeling like he's delegated to the corner. Go somewhere where you don't feel delegated to the corner, and where maybe
Or
you're the main course at Golden State.
true,
Golden State needs him now. So okay. Golden State has won without him. They've been the best without him. They've won while being the underdogs without him, and they've won with him. Now they can't win, and they need somebody like him, and they want him.
yeah,
I don't really think that's like, oh man, KD can't believe he went back to the Warriors. It's like, no, I mean, they need him. They want him.
yeah,
Jimmy Butler. I mean, I don't know. It's just nobody's doing this. And I understand it was a trade, but it's like, I don't know. Same thing. It would be a trade. Nobody's doing this with like Luca, where it's like, oh, LeBron needs Luca. It's like, no, I mean, it just happened. And if KD got traded to the Warriors, he doesn't necessarily have a say. Phoenix could
yeah.
have shipped his ass to Golden State.
The Lakers trade was an anomaly.
Golden State didn't want an upset Kevin Durant. That's what
Sure,
it was.
sure,
They said they weren't going to trade for him if he didn't want to come to Golden
sure.
State,
Of course.
which I think says
Like
more
no,
about
like
about the Warriors.
basically all the other trades that happened, or most of them, were player oriented.
But
Like
okay,
they were based around the players' feelings, except for that Luca bullshit that happened.
but going back to the Warriors, it's like, okay, they missed out on getting Kevin Durant back, so cool. They got
But
Steph
it
Curry.
also makes you think. It's like, why'd you get rid of Clay, and what'd you get from that? I don't think they got a damn thing. All they had to do was get rid of fucking Draymond and bring somebody else in.
Well, that's okay. Okay, well then
And
that's what I
instead
was
they
gonna
bounced
say.
fucking Clay out of there for
You
pennies.
go Steph Curry, who obviously Steph Curry is Steph Curry. You got Jimmy Butler, because
Yep.
this is kind of textbot. You got Jimmy Butler.
Yep.
What's that last missing piece? Maybe
A
just
shooter.
a dominant.
Oh,
I was gonna say
sorry.
dominant big. I
Sure.
was going backcourt, Jimmy front court. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
Like if you just
Sure.
went like just a base level of maybe a contending team. It's like
Sure.
someone like Steph, someone like Jimmy, on the wing, being able to play both sides, and then maybe a dominant big, either
Yeah.
offensively or defensively. When you look in 2025, bro, at these fours and fives, how athletic and how talented they are on both sides of the ball,
Yeah.
from the dude from an inch away from the rim to damn near the logo. Some of these boys
How
that are
far
playing
from
the
the
four
rim?
and five. an inch. I'm talking
This far.
from there to logos.
Yeah.
It's
Now, how
not.
many
It's
dudes are
a
shooting from Rogos?
I don't know. Someone like Wemby is going to definitely
Wemby, yeah.
pull up. But that's what I'm saying. It's like,
Chris
okay,
Stapps, maybe.
and yes, Wemby is an anomaly, but he's not the only big that. Okay,
That
fuck
they let
that.
shoot,
Like
sure.
when people bring up Wemby, they're like, "Oh, Kevin Durant 7 foot and can do." It's like, no, you're right. It's like, but here's
Yeah.
no, stop it, because now it's even moving down to the 5. It's like Kevin Durant was 7 foot and can shoot, but he was a 3 and a 4. But it's like, no, now we have centers where it's like Draymond Green is a boy in a man's world. He is a little boy in a man's world. He is a child in a man's world. He
Yes.
has absolutely no offensive bag when it comes to him, compared to any of these young and upcoming bigs. He will not be able to keep up with, and it's just not. Do y'all not get what I'm saying? I don't dislike the man as a person, but when it comes, okay, he's kind of a douchebag.
You're
But when it
lying.
comes to
Get the
no,
fuck
no,
out
no,
of here.
no, no, no.
No, but that
Okay,
doesn't factor.
that doesn't factor into this. Like, okay, did he send
Irrelevant.
Jordan Poole and Kevin Durant away from their teams? Absolutely. But when I'm talking about just looking at the game, looking at ball, looking at basketball, watching the game of basketball, analyzing the game of basketball, it's not that hard to see that someone like Draymond Green, who has been playing with a refrigerator on his back since 2019, is not going to be able to keep up with any of these bigs. Like, okay, if they are going to make a run in these next 2 years with this extension with Jimmy, or 3 years, because one and then one on top of the 2 with the extension, these next 3 years, if you are going to be running with Draymond as your third option offensively and asking him to defend all of these dominant bigs,
Yeah.
what are we
Even
doing?
if you have, dude, even if you have Draymond defending a 3 or a 2 or
Like
anybody on the court, it's like he's not. I don't know. And then offensively, he's got nothing.
because like I'm trying to that's all I have to say. But like I'm just trying to think of like what can somebody say in the comment section to where it can be like, you guys are so stupid, Draymond Green. It's like there's nothing else. What else can you like? It's like
No, I'm going to be honest. Comment sections will defend like anybody, whether that be
right.
Draymond Green or the H word. People love defending in the comment sections.
I don't understand it. I don't get it. But if the Warriors want to make some type of run with this Jimmy and Steph Curry duo, move on from Draymond,
Yeah.
get an actual big who can score and defend at the 4 or maybe at the 5. I don't know. Or that's the thing. Get a dominant 5 and let Draymond just, I guess.
Honestly, get a defensive 5. He doesn't even. He's just a big dude. He doesn't even have to
Look at like
be.
I don't know, like a Jared Allen. Someone's just going to crash the board.
Jared Allen might be a
And
little too expensive.
oh no, I'm saying archetype.
Sure.
Not literally him, but just like
Sure.
you don't need
Maybe a Valanciunas.
Well, where he gets sent to, I forgot.
He got traded. So again, we're not talking about this year. We're talking about next year.
No, absolutely, but I just couldn't remember where he got traded to. Either way,
So all the bigs on the market next year. Maybe AD.
I don't think that's gonna happen.
I
But
think he's
either
locked
way,
down.
I'm saying, well, and I think he's gonna enjoy his time in Dallas. I'm still looking forward to what they're gonna do. Because the more I
What's
think
funny to
about
me
it,
is like AD's like very excited, as he should be. Like he gets to kind of have his own team and play the 4 and
oh yeah, do what he's been wanting to do in
leave
LA
the
this whole
shadow
time.
of LeBron James. And Luka has just entered the shadow of LeBron James and the Lakers and all of that, and it's probably pretty heavy.
Oh yeah, because the more I think
Definitely
about it,
sucks.
the
The
more
more
I
I think
think
about it,
about
the
it.
more it sucks. And this shit, whatever he was doing, that sucks for him. Like that
Luka,
stinks. He was doing the LA symbol, and
that's
he did not want to be. He doesn't want to be there.
I don't think so. Well, no, I don't think he cares. I mean, it's like Luka just hoops, so it's like I'm
Nah,
here,
he's
whatever.
just like. But yeah, there's just so much weird shit about it that it sucks. But no, AD's more than happy to start with his new team.
Absolutely, I think he's